Welcome back to my kitchen. So glad you dropped by again. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate this. My name is Vicki-Lynne and this is Cooking Vegan with Vicki. Got another great recipe for you and it's tofu. I know. I hope you're not getting tired of tofu because I never do. There's so many, it's so versatile, there's so much to do. Tonight we are making spicy sticky tofu and it tastes better than it sounds, let me tell you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to prep our tofu and we're going to need to press it a little bit. So this is just fresh out of the pack and I haven't pressed it yet, so you'll see. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut it in about 1/2 inch wedges. So if you're coming home from work and you haven't pressed tofu, but you're hungry, this is another quick way of doing it. And again, you know, my recipes are all quick and easy. So we're just gonna take a tea towel. We're gonna lay the tofu inside the tea towel. Just make layers. Let's see. So you can see a little bit better. We're just gonna lay all of our tofu pieces up here. That guy in, and then you're just going to put another towel over it and just press down for a couple of minutes. Doesn't have to be rocket science. We're just going to try to take a little bit of the water, moisture out of it. So this is firm tofu. You can use extra firm tofu, This doesn't work with silken, it'll just all fall apart, or even the soft tofu. It does need to be a firm tofu of some sort. And then we're going to make our sticky spicy sauce that goes with it, and you can adjust it to your heat level on what you prefer. So I'm not going to make it as spicy as I normally do if my husband was home because he likes it very spicy. Okay, so our tofu has been pressed. You can tell on the towel it's absorbed, so it's just where we want it. So I'm going to heat up my griddle. We do want it hot. Now you can, if you want to make this really crispy, you can fry it in oil on a frying pan. I'm trying to, you know, cut down on the oil or no oil, so I'm using my griddle that is nonstick. And we're going to just lightly dust this into rice flour. And we're just gonna shake off the little extras up and we're gonna let those sit while the grill heats up. So the rice flour is what makes it really nice and crispy. And this is like definitely something I always, and it doesn't cost much, but I go to one of the Asian stores here in Chinatown. You can get it at any supermarket, the rice flour. Honestly, it's like $1.50 for a big bag and that'll last me for a long time. So again, if you're also gluten-free, this is also another good recipe for you. So this can be starch solution friendly because we are using a little bit of sesame oil in the sauce. And that's just for flavor. It's not a lot, it's just 2 teaspoons. So now we're gonna let our pan heat up. Okay, so we're just gonna let those sit for a minute. Get all that off my hands. And in the meantime, so I'll just go over what's going to be in the sauce. So we're going to have 2 teaspoons of our sesame oil, a couple of tablespoons of minced garlic. Now the recipe I normally make calls for 1 tablespoon of red pepper flakes. I'm using about 1 teaspoon today, only because we're also using some chili paste. I'm using a garlic chili paste, which is easy to find. Some soy sauce, some sugar, and at the very end we're going to use 1 teaspoon of balsamic vinegar, and that's going to make our sauce sticky. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our tofu going on the griddle. We're going to let this heat up. There we go. So now we're just going to take a pot. And this recipe couldn't be any easier. We're just going to put everything in the pot. So our sesame oil, and again, this is just for flavoring. If you are totally oil-free, leave it off. Just won't impart as much flavor. Okay, and our chili paste. Our red pepper flakes. And again, if you would like stuff really hot, you can add more. My husband always adds a little sriracha at the end when he's eating it. And then our sugar. So we're gonna take this. So while our tofu is browning, we're gonna go over to the stove and we're gonna cook this down and make it a nice, sweet, spicy sauce. All right, so we have our ingredients in our saucepan, and I'm also gonna add 1 teaspoon of toasted sesame seeds. There we go. So we're just going to bring this up to a boil. So you can see it's starting to come up to a boil. And then we're just going to keep stirring it. Doesn't have to be continuously, you just want to make sure it doesn't burn at the bottom. We do have it on a higher heat. And what we wanted to do is we wanted to thicken up. So it's going to coat our nice crispy tofu. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision because it smells so good. And again, that sesame oil just adds a little flavor. You don't need a lot. So to know that your sauce is ready, you just want to put a spoon in and you want it to be able to coat the back of your spoon. Can everybody see that? There we go. So we're going to take it off the heat. Ooh, that's hot. Spicy hot. We're taking it off the heat. We're going to put in our 1 teaspoon of balsamic vinegar. And we're just going to let this sit while we wait for our tofu to finish cooking. All right, so our sauce is all done, and now our tofu is nice and brown. If you like it browner, cook it a little longer. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to, I like to dip each individual piece in the sauce, flip it over, and then just put it back on the grill for a couple of minutes. Yeah. Just want to make sure we coat it nice. There's lots of sauce in here, so you're going to have lots of sauce left over. You could also do 2 blocks of tofu. I would probably make a little extra sauce because the sauce is what makes it. couple of minutes just so it caramelizes the sauce on it. You just can serve this with any kind of sides. I have some cilantro here. I love just the cilantro flavor with it. And that's definitely how it goes with it. Turn it over. Just make sure that you get that sauce all caramelized. And your tofu. And that's what's really good is when you kind of burn it a little bit. I love the little chars, especially with the sauce on it. And then we're just going to serve it. Now I am going to show you another recipe that you can work with this tofu. Just doing some building blocks here. Sprinkle a little bit of sesame seeds on top. There we go. Bon appetit. I hope you enjoy this. Give it a try. And if you're enjoying these videos and my recipes, please subscribe. Give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you have any questions or any help that you think I might need, because I can tell you I need a lot of help most of the time. So I am open book. Please send me a message, and I hope you enjoy this. See you soon.